National Film Board of Canada presents Perspective, a Canadian view of Canada, its people, and the world in which they live.
The face of a city is the face of its people. The people are the city. The city is a million windows, rooms, and faces. And a child who walks alone.
What's your name? It's not a kid. You lost? Tell you what I'll do. Buy you an ice cream cone. What do you mean? Everybody wants an ice cream cone. You come with me. Hey! What's the matter with you? Stupid kid.
Oh! Boogeyman after you or something? Don't worry, sweetie. Holy Joe, do you know it's 11 at night? Why aren't you home?
We lost our home.
What's the matter, burned down or something?
We lost it. Mommy sleeps all the time.
Sleeps all the time? Oh, I heard about you. Don't you live over in that old rooming house on Beam Street? You're Donna Snell. Holy Joe, 11 at night. Come on, I'll take you to your mom.
This week, Perspective presents Night Children by George Salverson.
Night duty. My telephone is the end of a nerve. The nerve searches the city.
Yes. Yes, it's Miss Linton speaking.
Police. We've got a small boy for you here. No father, and the mother just killed herself.
The calls come round the clock to the Children's Aid Society, 50 a day. And on night duty, 10 or 15. Each call means a child or children in trouble, in need of assistance.
Yes. Speaking. Who? What's the matter?
It's peculiar, I tell you. She just lies there looking at the ceiling. She didn't even thank me for bringing home the kid. Holy Joey, if the kid tried to go out again, I don't think she'd stop her.
You go to a child. And a mother who sleeps all the time. A dazed, wandering child called Donna.
Mrs. Snell? Are you Donna, dear?
Yes.
Is that your mommy? Mrs. Snell, my name is Mary Linton. I'm from the Children's Aid, Mrs. Snell. We heard you were having trouble and we want to help you. We want to help you with Donna. Don't you want us to help you with Donna, Mrs. Snell?
I don't need any help.
But I think Donna's hungry and cold. There's no heat on in here.
No, she's not hungry.
You don't seem to have the proper bedding.
I sent it out to the laundry. It'll be back right away. Not as bad as it looks. We're moving.
Moving?
To another room. A good room. Don't need any help.
It hasn't been easy for you, has it, Mrs. Snell? Mrs. Snell, where is your husband?
He loved me. But I can get by.
But you've got to think about Donna.
You want to take her away from me?
No, we want to help you. Maybe that you're not well. Things are too much for you. I think we can help you and Donna. Don't you have any friends or relatives that could help you now? Well, Mrs. Snell, suppose we get a doctor to see you tomorrow. We'll work out some plan to help you. I'll be back in the morning. Meanwhile, tonight, maybe I can ask the landlady to let you have some more blankets.
She won't do that.
We'll see. I'll be right back, dear.
Your first duty is to ease the burden, to try to help in some way. Later, you will search for the answers. Beyond the lights, each night holds within its shadows a cry of bewilderment.
Yes, I remember you, Mrs. Rogers. What's wrong?
I'm in a phone booth with the baby. Harry, my husband, he's drunk. He said he wants to kill the baby. He says it's not his. I never did anything wrong.
All right, Mrs. Rogers. I'm going to phone the police. Look, you stay right where you are. Sergeant, Mary Linton here. It's Mrs. Rogers again.
You never quite forget a case. Often the old cases crop up again, the familiar ones. Those you've solved 11 times before and will try to handle patiently again. Other cases begin with complaints and a taste of ugliness.
Yes? What?
6 kids, I tell you. 6 kids. They left them alone in the room and they started a fire. Yeah, I got there just in time. Huh? No, I ain't gonna babysit till they come home. These tenants make me sick. You'd better do something.
Okay, 1668 Diamond.
$1668 Diamond. A rundown rooming house on a street you haven't seen before. But you're not concerned with surroundings. You can't tell about people by a street or a house. You wonder what they'll be like and whether they'll even let you in.
Yes?
I'm sorry to disturb you, Mr. Logan. I'm Mary Linton from the Children's Aid Society.
Oh, the old slum bum phoned, did he? Oh, come in. Keep your voice down and try to get the kids to sleep. Sit over there. Go to sleep, Hildy.
I understand you had a fire here, Mr. Logan.
Oh, that. One of the kids got some matches while I was out. A little fire in the garbage pail. Nothing happened but a little smoke. They put it out themselves pretty fast. Water 3 flights down. I said, go to sleep. I've had enough out of you tonight.
You mean you left them alone, Mr. Logan? Couldn't you have gotten someone to stay with them?
In this house, I wouldn't have left them, but my wife got sick. She had to go to the hospital.
I'm sorry. What's wrong?
She just collapsed, that's all. Wouldn't you? Take a look at it. Wouldn't you? 1 room. 6 kids, my wife and me. 1 stinking room. A stinking, crummy tenement. Wouldn't you collapse? Wouldn't you?
Probably.
All right. So this is a stinking place to bring up some kids. I said go to sleep. But it's clean. The kids are clean, you can see that. How my wife does it, I don't know. 3 flights down for water. She's scared to go down for any because one of the kids might fall out of the window. So we do our best and somebody wants to take our kids away, eh?
Oh, Mr. Logan.
I know it's no place to bring up anyone. I got no choice. My wife will be sick for some time. I don't know what to do. I'll have to quit work to watch kids.
Oh, no. No, look, Mr. Logan, suppose I send over one of our workers tomorrow. You can discuss what to do. Maybe you have some relatives who could help out.
No.
Oh, well, maybe we could get a housekeeper in. We certainly want to keep this family together.
Well, that's something anyway. It isn't as if I don't make good money. Try to find a decent place for your family to live. You tell a landlord you got 6 kids, he slams the door in your face. So we live here. You know what happens? Crumb-bum landlord says nobody else will rent you, so you gotta pay through the nose. $50 I pay for this room. $50 a month I pay for this room.
You wonder what possible help you can offer, for you know that the heart of the problem is beyond your grasp, that the broader solutions are society's responsibility. There is no end to the variety of calls. A child found alone in an apartment. A 13-year-old babysitter reports her employer is 5 hours overdue. A desperate mother doesn't know where to go with a sick child. A charwoman has vague suspicions.
Say, are you the woman from the Children's Aid?
Yes, that's right.
Well, I'm the one who called you. And let me tell you, there's something pretty rotten going on. That Adams baby's been up there crying for nearly 5 days, yelling and screaming and driving everybody crazy. I think it's sick. And I'll tell you something else. You see some pretty queer people go in there, but never a doctor. And that old lady, she's a regular witch.
Well, I'll see about it.
Well?
Are you Mrs. Adams?
No, I ain't.
Is Mrs. Adams home?
No, she ain't.
Well, I wonder if I could see her baby.
Why? Say, who are you?
I'm Mary Linton from the Children's Aid.
You can't come in here. You keep your nose out of our business.
I'm sorry, but the law requires that I check on a report we received.
Don't you threaten me with the law. What report?
A report that the baby is ill and isn't receiving the proper care.
Who reported that?
Well, we don't give out that information because we don't think it helps any, but we must investigate.
There's nothing to investigate.
Well, all we want is for the baby's parents to tell us what the situation is.
All right. Come in. Come in.
Thank you.
There's the kid and there's her mother, both asleep. You can see everything's all right. You see? Nothing's wrong.
Mrs. Adams sleeps very soundly, doesn't she?
Sure.
So does the child. We were told she cried all day and all night.
Don't all babies cry? She's asleep now.
That's your bedroom?
Yes.
Is Mrs. Adams a relation of yours?
No.
Friend?
No. She had a fight with her husband. Posh and snooty woman, but that kind fight like all the others.
Will Mrs. Adams be awake in the morning, do you think?
Of course. What do you think? I guess she's a little tight.
I didn't smell any liquor.
She's tired out, that's all. Ain't had much sleep.
Well, I'm sorry to have disturbed you. I'll come back in the morning when Mrs. Adams is awake. Just a formality.
What's there to come back for? You saw mother and baby sleeping there peaceful and loving. A mother like that wouldn't let no harm come to her baby, would she?
You wouldn't think so. I'm sure she'll clear all this up in the morning. Thank you. If only the city could sleep. If only all children could sleep without pain or fear. In the morning, you follow up on the leads picked up during the night. It isn't always easy or pleasant.
I've heard all about you. Sit down, please. Don't just stand there. Sit down.
You're ill, Mrs. Adams. Let me help you.
No, I'm all right.
Mrs. Adams, you're shaking. Can't I get you something?
No, I'm all right. Just sit there.
I'm here to help you in any way I can. Where's that other lady?
I don't know. She's gone.
Gone?
Yes, gone. Gone. You want my baby. Well, she's in that dirty, dirty bedroom.
All we want is to find out from you that everything's all right with the baby. We've had a report that
I
several
know
people...
what they told you. Thank God you've come. Be good to her.
Oh, now, Mrs. Adams, we have no intention in the world of taking away your baby. It's the worst possible thing for a child to be separated from its parents.
Not from parents like hers. Just take her while I'm still able to tell you. Look at me. Can't you see?
Can I call you a doctor?
No, I tried that. It won't do any good. Now you can see why I've lost my husband, my home, everything.
Well, perhaps then, for the time being, while we try to help you, I'll contact your husband.
No, don't do that. Why do you think I've got this way? Just take the baby and get out of here while I'm still able to tell you the truth.
All right. We'll help you all we can.
I don't need any help. Just take the baby and leave me alone. I don't need any help.
Children's Aid has no catalog of pat answers for all cases. Each case is a challenge. A problem as different as people are different. But for any child in need of help, here is an open door to professional care, to trained and efficient assistance.
That's a girl. Oh, your ears?
When we followed up the case of Donna Snell, it was decided to take her into care. Mrs. Snell was in need of hospitalization for shock treatment. Not only physically ill, she was withdrawing from the problems of her life.
How is she?
She's fine. She needs to be built up a bit. Here's the instructions for her. Extra vitamins and iron. You can give this to the foster mother and explain it to her. That shouldn't be any difficulty. If there is, let me know. Bring her back in 2 months.
Right, Doctor.
Look like that.
Okay, honey, let's put on your coat. I'm take you to a nice new home.
Donna. Button up your coat, dear.
Well, I hear the medical went well. Donna, you're going to like it at Mrs. Scott's. She has other little girls, and a dog, too. Little brown dog. Do you like doggies? Will you come with me in the car?
It's going to be all right, Mrs. Snell.
I'll never see her again.
Oh, yes, of course you'll see her again. We'll have to find out what the doctor says about what treatment you need. Then if you can visit her next Saturday, I'll arrange it for you.
Oh. I'll never see her again.
You can visit her at the foster home. Mrs. Scott's a lovely woman. She has children of her own. She loves children. She'll be very good to Donna. You'll be able to see that for yourself.
It's all over. I tried.
Oh. It's been very hard for you for a long time. Now you need help. And there are people that are going to help you. Doctor will help you. And then when the time comes, we'll help you find a job, get a nice room, friends. And then when you're ready, you'll have Donna back with you again.
I can't do it. I can't.
Day after day, the causes and results are unpleasantly familiar.
Says she has an abandoned baby. Says she can't keep it. Knowing the environment, I kind of agree with her. Can you send someone to pick up the baby?
All I know is what I told the police. My daughter found the baby and left the baby to go looking for its parents, and now she's gone. Guess she thinks she's gonna stick me with it.
Can't you tell me any more than that?
That's all I know.
He's an awfully pretty baby, isn't he?
Makes no difference. I can't keep him just because he's pretty. Anyway, this is no place to keep a baby.
I'll need all the information you can give me, Mrs. Fulton. You say your daughter isn't here now?
No.
Does she live here with you?
No, she lives in Montreal.
Oh. Then she's just here on a visit.
Yeah.
How long's she been in town?
Just a day, I guess. Why?
Well, I was hoping she might tell me when she got the baby. Didn't she explain?
Oh, yeah. The mother's a friend of hers. She gave her the baby in a restaurant, and she had to go to the hospital.
The mother, that is?
Well, certainly. She said that she wanted to leave the baby here, but I can't keep a baby here. I haven't got room for...
Oh, Mrs. Fulton, I just got a call from...
I'm busy, Ellen.
Oh, sorry.
I'll see you later.
Excuse me.
Mrs. Fulton, did your daughter say where she was going or why?
I know. She said she wanted to look for the baby's father.
She knows the father, then?
Well, certainly. The mother's a friend of hers. Why wouldn't she know the father?
Did she say when she'd be back?
She said she'd be back in a couple of hours, but she's been gone all night.
And you called us because you don't think she's coming back at all. I see. It's a very pretty baby, Mrs. Fulton.
Yes, I suppose he is.
Mrs. Fulton.
Yeah?
You don't suppose this baby belongs to your daughter?
What do you mean?
I wonder if she could be the mother herself.
Of course not. Just couldn't happen. No, my daughter never have a baby. First place, she's not married anymore. Second place?
Second place?
She likes partying around too much. Nah, my daughter could never have a baby. Just get in her way.
I see.
You do everything possible to keep families and children together. But only time spells out the final result. Sometimes tragic, sometimes happy.
Why, hello, Mrs. Snell.
Miss Linton.
Are they looking after you?
Yes, I've got a good job now. I've been working several months.
You're looking awfully well.
Well, it's hard to remember that dirty room where you found me and how hopeless I felt. I didn't even know I could apply for Mother's allowance. But I've got a nice apartment now.
Glad to hear that.
Yes. You know, it was the best thing that could have happened to me when you came and... Donna. My baby.
Child abandoned, child in the way, child not wanted, child alone. On night duty, each phone call is a cry from a child afraid of the dark. So I sit with the forgotten one, and we wait for the morning.
This week's Perspective was directed by Bernard Devlin. Written by George Salverson. Photography, John Foster. Sound recording, Claude Pelletier. Editor, Brian Keene. Production assistant, Blanche Markle. Sound editor, Brian Keene. Special sound, Joan Edward. Perspective is a National Film Board of Canada production, produced by Julian Davis.